So, hello everyone. Let's have a look at this 5G again, seeing that this is going to be one of the most important issues or topics, I think, of 2019, if it wasn't already in 2018. And we're obviously dealing with a huge agenda here for the world to come. Uh, of course, the industry itself, the telecom industry, doesn't want to talk about this. They have their reasons, of course. The people behind it steering in this direction. And otherwise, I mean, it's pretty obvious to see that there is something very dangerous with these frequencies. And as we can see here in Netherlands as well, late last year, 2018, hundreds of birds dead during 5G experiment in the Netherlands. Might, of course, also have something to do with a combination with chemtrails, but we can have a look here what they're saying here in this article. Uh, and it's not the first time either that this has happened. I mean, you can go through here if you want yourself later. I will post these links below the video. The birds here, they're saying, fell massively dead and would be the victims of an experiment performed on those days in The Hague, where RF radiation was tested with a peak frequency of 7.4 gigahertz. Of course, this information comes from one source, and this should still be confirmed if possible. I mean, this is just another reason that this needs to be tested by independent people from the industry. Of course, if it's tested by industry people, they're going to say, "Oh, this is safe. This is nothing." So it really needs to be organizations that can be taken seriously, and it is not involved with the industry itself. It is not clear at this moment whether tests with 5G masts have been carried out again, but so far everything points in the direction of 5G as the most probable cause. And you also had this in Switzerland. Also here they're saying, but also how in Switzerland a complete herd of cows collapsed in a ravine when there was tests with 5G. So I mean, it obviously has some impact on the entire body, the brain, everything. And this is what people have been warning about, that 5G is not just you feel a little tingling in the leg or something. I mean, this is like a killer machine, a military kind of weapon. But I think there's more and more people also waking up to this fact, and so we'll have to hope that this spreads and that the industry will take some responsibility, and politicians as well. They're saying here, it is also possible that the birds have a disease. In any case, it's going fast. The animals are not emaciated, do not seem ill. They just fall dead from the tree. Maybe they slipped. Maybe it was a slippery tree, then they broke their neck. Says employee Sharon Lexman of bird shelter De Wulp. And a possible link was established between 5G trials in Groningen and that crazy cows there, as they were called. See, well, there's a link here. Trondheim as well, third city of Norway, also attacked the birds there. There's something here as well, a link. And we can see here, I think I clicked on that. I translated it on Google Translate here a little bit. And same thing here. Then it started. It rains birds from the sky. Anyone still doubting chemtrails? So, it's probably a combination between chemtrails and these high frequency things from 5G. Here they're saying, I suspect airway poisoning. I mean, it's the birds are not all sick at the same time, right? And fall down from the sky. I mean, that would seem crazy. But so far, it seems the authorities believe that we're dealing with a manic and psychopathic mass murderer. Yeah, I wonder who that might be. Birds are not the only mystery that falls from the sky by day. Chemtrail activists around the world declare aluminum and barium as the two main suspects in chemtrail soup, right? So this we know about as well, that, all these lines, all these kind of airplanes spraying this kind of stuff around. And it can be a combination thing with 5G as well that totally screws up the entire nature, all living beings. And here as well, you have the birds. And when they investigated this, a veterinarian at this Devulp care said she only found internal bleeding and no trace of poison. So they were obviously not poisoned. It's some kind of other thing in the air, right? That is causing this. And the truth about the safety of 5G is that it's not safe. And while letters have been sent and people have raised the alarm, the powers that be don't seem to care, all in the name of money and industry. And I think this is what it really comes down to, right? Which is very irresponsible if you have some kind of sense that humanity is going to keep on living. And if this is true, I mean, then 5G together with maybe some other technology as well, like chemtrails, is just a massive depopulation agenda, how strange it might seem. Here's another article: Weaponizing Frequencies, the coming 5G tidal wave. Psychotronic millimeter wave weaponry is coming to a street near you with the potential to unleash disease on a mass scale. I mean, this is what it certainly points to, and why it needs to be talked about more and tested more before it's really rolled out. I mean, in Sweden, for example, they're even going to test this now in a city up north, and which is very irresponsible, immoral. For what purpose is matching the human body's frequency, you may ask, other than for weaponizing? Good question. The higher frequencies of 5G, 100 gigahertz and beyond, will use small-scale wireless refrigerator-sized boxes placed in front of every 2 to 10 homes on every street in every city. This is what they want to do eventually. As you watch the latest Hollywood flick, you will be unaware that the microwave emissions that oscillate at the same rate as your blood and oxygen molecules. What a coincidence that they should use the same frequency as your blood and oxygen molecules. These frequencies can cause burning sensations on your skin, impact fertility, as well as alter the electrochemical waves of your brain to affect consciousness. And so, I mean, this doesn't look very pleasant, does it? Secret testing of 5G emissions made its debut during the 2018 Olympics, and then again at the 2018 Super Bowl, where over 67,000 people were part of a stress test without their consent. High-frequency 5G signals travel shorter distances. That's why they have to put out these boxes all over the place, and are easily blocked by buildings and trees. What is the point? Why create new technology that takes humanity in reverse? No time for answers. It's full steam ahead to remove the obstacles that block the signals. First the trees. Trees, no trees. And you probably see this as well in California recently. I mean, they've been burning away a lot of these trees and so on. And so the more you read, the more you understand that this is not really a healthy frequency for anything that is living. You can see here health effects of 5G, because 5G frequencies affect oxygen molecules. They affect all biological systems, including DNA, circadian rhythm, heart function, hormonal regulation, and immune system. Hundreds of scientists, this is not new, right? There's even an appeal to the EU, I think, from 250 scientists. They have expressed concern that humans may experience serious health risks, including increases in blindness, cataracts, retinal degeneration, hearing loss, male infertility, cancers, peripheral nervous system damage, impacts on immune cells, red blood cells leading to low cellular oxygen, and impaired transport of nutrients into cells. Impacts on birds and plants may be more severe than the impacts on humans. And I mean, that's maybe exactly what we have seen. The birds are affected first and easier maybe, but eventually it will also affect humans. And the more you look into this, the more you understand that this can't be healthy, and that the industry and politicians and whoever is pushing this is extremely corrupt and don't have your well-being in focus. In usual form, attacks at human health and health of the planet are coming from new technologies that are unproven, untested, and immoral. And this is what we're standing in front now, and that's why it's important to spread this message. And by all means, to test this more, and from people that are independent from the industry. So let's spread the word, and let's make sure that this doesn't get spread out all over the world.